obviously a really exciting win. You know, I have all the respect in the world for Stanford. They play the game hard. They play it right. They don't give you much. You know, you got to earn everything you get in all three phases. And we had a feeling as a team that this game was going to be this type of game. And we just kept talking about, you know, continuing to fight through it and continuing to fight on and keep playing through the adversity, which we were anticipating getting. And the players did it, you know, to their credit. There was a lot of things that we could have easily, if we weren't a strong-willed team, folded our tents in. And the guys just wouldn't do it. They refused to do it. They kept battling. And in the end, we made the critical plays at the critical moments. Couldn't be more proud of our defense in the red zone. I think we held them to 1 touchdown and 5 trips in the red zone, which was a huge point of emphasis coming into the game. And JR will tell you, we just kept talking about how important our red zone defense was going to be. That showed up. And then we just said we were going to run the football. And it wasn't always going to be pretty, but we had to dedicate ourselves to running the ball, which the teams, in my opinion, that struggle the most against this defense are the ones that give up on the running game and allow them to tee off on your quarterback. And so probably stubbornly at times we ran the ball probably more than people would have anticipated, but we just had to hang with it. We knew what type of game it was going to be, especially kind of at halftime with the number of plays and the time of possession Stanford had. And this was going to become a possession game. And the guys responded. The execution was great. And proud to come out of here with the win. That's a very good football team.
What went into your thinking on the field goal at the end? Looked like you're going to run a play and then you...
Well, we were trying to draw them off sides. That didn't work. And so Cody was trying to get a snap off so he could try to throw a pass to convert it. And I just felt like the coverage wasn't what we were looking for. Felt good about Andre kicking the ball, especially in that direction. That's why I called the timeout and went and kicked it.
With the win?
Huh?
With the win?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Coach, what can you say about Buck Allen, his performance? Stanford defense has allowed 100-yard rushes since last year at Utah.
Well, you know, I think the thing for Buck is he's just starting to get a feel for this system. It's a little bit different than what he ran in a year ago, and he's just starting to get going. But he's sure a tough runner. He's got a lot of versatility to his game. You know, we still haven't probably utilized him enough in the passing game, but he did. You know, he did run the ball hard. He ran the ball between the tackles. He ran the ball on the perimeter. He broke some critical tackles there in the fourth quarter, and that's what great runners do.
How about Sue's play today on defense? A couple big plays took Kevin Hogan out of his rhythm.
Sure did.
We stopped a couple of Stanford scores.
Yeah, he did. He made an unbelievable tackle on the far sideline there early in the fourth. The big almost interception at the end of the first half. I really think he causes the turnover there late in the third, or I should probably say middle of the third when they fumble. I think he kind of disrupts Kevin's decision. It was a zone read with a throw, and Sua really kind of got in between both of it, and I think he caused that one too. So I've said it all along. Sua's versatility is just, it's what makes him unique. You know, one play he can be playing a deep half safety. The next play he can be playing an outside linebacker on the line of scrimmage, and you know, that's his versatility helps us. We can disguise things a lot with him.
What was the explanation you were giving on the ejection? What did you see on that play?
It was helmet to helmet, you know, and that's the rule. When you target helmet to helmet, the rules are the rules. They're for the player's safety. When they showed the replay, I had no argument at all.
How important is it, confidence-wise, to know you can get a win like you got last week where it was wide open and this time it was?
Well, it's huge. I mean, you have to remember, this team is the reigning Pac-12 champs for the last 2 years. They haven't lost in this stadium in the last 17 games. So as much as it is about just today, it's about just overall getting prepared, coming to play this style of game against this team, which in my opinion is very good. And you know, there's no telling, we might not see him again here in a couple months. So you know, I think it says a lot that we can come into this setting against this team and this environment, and the game not really going our way and not really in our favor just for whatever reason, and find a way to win it in the fourth quarter, I thought says a lot.
Steve, what was your reaction to Pat coming down to the sideline there between the third and fourth quarters and talking to the officials?
Well, I had obviously gotten a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty in which I was incorrect. You know, you can't be in the white on any play during the game. I was in the white on the field goal. At the time, I vehemently disagreed with the call, but by the letter of the law, I was incorrect. And I just didn't feel like I was in position to continue to discuss that with the officiating crew in risk of potentially getting a second penalty. So I just felt like I was better off having Pat kind of get in between, talk it through to make sure everybody understood what was going on and move on for it.
So you you ask compliance to text up to get Pat down there?
I didn't ask compliance.
Okay, Pat said he got a text from compliance.
Maybe that's how it got to him, but
You asked somebody that you said somebody.
yeah, I just felt like it was the right thing to do. I was in a frame of mind. I was in a competitive mode. I was disagreeing with the officiating crew, but quite honestly, I was incorrect. I was wrong.
Well, the fact that Pat has had some health issues, yet he came down anyway. What is that?
He's a Trojan, man. What else do we expect out of Pat Hayden? You kidding me?